This is Everton Fan 77 with the Stoke City Courier Series. Yes, same introduction. So moving on. Cameron Jones, we get a bid for 17.5 billion. That is a massive bid for Cameron Jones. Unfortunately, I don't know whether it should be unfortunate or fortunate. That offer was too good to refuse, and we did. We have sold Cameron Jones to Napoli for 17.5 million. A big loss to the team, but for the cash we get, that is really quite impressive. We can bring in a top quality striker now. But Edin Dzeko gets us off to the worst start in the League Cup, first leg tie against Arsenal. I was pretty annoyed with that. Edin Dzeko getting us off to a terrible start there. Moving on, El Shaarawy on the ball. He's just going to get clean through, but Wojciech Szczesny, I think it was, with the save. But Ozil on the ball, he's going to give it to Aaron Ramsey. Ramsey crosses it into Jovino, pretty comfortable for Asmir Begovic. El Shaarawy to Thierry Henry. Henry takes it past the defender, has a shot, and it was Fabianski that was keeping for Arsenal. But Balotelli here at the end, what a finish, it must be said. A great volley from Mario Balotelli, being transferred to Arsenal, and he will pop up again later in this episode, but you will see later in the episode. I just repeated what I said twice then. Anyway, we did lose that game, unfortunately 2-0, but they were definitely the better team on the day, it has to be said. And we've got our work cut out for us for the second leg. But to the major news, Romelu Lukaku wants to leave the club. What on earth is this? I had just sold Cameron Jones, and that has really messed up my plans for the rest of the season. I'm really going to use Lukaku as a star striker, but he wants out, and the board has told me to sell him. So that is terrible news. I love having Romelu Lukaku in the club. He's been so good over the seasons. And David Ngog on the ball. He's going to take a shot at Asmir Begovic. Montano, the new signing, finishes. Robert Huth sliding across, couldn't get to it. But I'll just carry on. The game is pretty sloppy, it must be said. But I'll carry on to the Lukaku incident. It was just, I had just finished selling Cameron Jones. The news had just come in. Player had been sold to Napoli. So then after that, nice save by Begovic off the penalty there. But anyway, moving on. I was trying to start this conversation, not conversation, I'm talking to myself, but trying to start this story about Lukaku. Yeah, so it's really bad to see him leave. It's just terrible, really messed up my plans for the rest of the season. But we can bring in some really good players here. We get 2 offers for Lukaku. We want way more than that for Lukaku. He's a great player. And Sevilla come back in with a 23.5 million bid. We're going to sell him for 23.5. Tragic to see him leave. But we're going to bring in Samuel Eto'o and Mario Balotelli. We didn't have the wages, so I had to put Balotelli on stall. But then I accept him. So 2 beast strikers to use on the next part. But when you think about it, it's basically getting paid 10 million to have Lukaku in on a season and a half loan. Yeah, we had him for a season and a half, and we got him for about 13 mil, I think it was. Selling him off for about 23.5 mil, so some good business there. Even though I wasn't thinking about that at the time. But let's see if Balotelli and Eto'o can make the impact. Eto'o playing the Cameron Jones role, being the more experienced player, and Balotelli the up-and-coming player. We got off to a terrible start. That was a mouthful. But we get off to a terrible start when Benzema puts it in the back of the net. And I had no idea what I was doing with Asmir Begovic then. Brought him out, withdrew, I wasn't sure what to do. And so yeah, they go 2-0 up courtesy of Karim Benzema. And we do get a penalty here through Mario Balotelli, looking like he took a dive. Eto'o to take the penalty. I just checked to see if we had any better penalty takers. But Eto'o with 89 penalty stats, that's pretty good. He's going to slot it to the top. Wasn't the greatest penalty, but he slots it into the top left-hand side of the corner. But right now, this is probably frustrating here. Hits the wall, Rooney wins the header. Benzema, what a brilliant goal. I was really annoyed to see him get the goal, but it was a great finish. How did Elia not put that in? Wasn't the easy use of angles. It's probably a lot harder than what it looks, but Elia missed a good opportunity there to get us back into the game and take the scores to 3-2. So pretty disappointing to see Elia miss that. It was a great save by David De Gea. Mario Balotelli on the ball. He's going to Ronaldo chop past Chris Smalling and a brilliant finesse into the back of the net. The game does go to a 3-2 scoreline. But right now, Noble gets the ball. Begovic with a good save there. And it goes out for a corner. But, I got one last opportunity, but we can't execute. And the scoreline goes to 3-2. So yeah, we are knocked out of the FA Cup, so we can't retain our title, which is very disappointing. But right now we're going to get a squad report. Asmi Begovic, Kyle Walker and Shawcross. You can just pause it if you want to see a player. Why didn't I mention those 3 players' names? And so yeah, yeah. So pretty disappointing, it must be said, with the squad report. Some good player progression on some players, but not the best player progression stats that we have received. Season 2 produced great stats at the end of the season, but these have been pretty disappointing compared to previous seasons. So yeah, hopefully that can improve in the second half of the season. Fabian Lopez, that is a great sign, some great growth from him. He does have 78 to 88 potential, so great to see him amongst the growth. So player tables at the end of the season, end of the episode. Haven't done a table update in a while. We're in 4th place, comfortably in 4th place. Play the episode, a really bad episode as far as results went. So yeah, not very good. So play the episode, leave that in the comment section below. So yeah, this has been Everton Fans 77 with the Stoke City Queer Series. See ya.